just had a bit of a sort of thing today where I thought, screw it, let's try Z. It's not been affected. The deck works enough by itself, right?
Yep.
So it sort of it functions. It does what it's supposed to do. So screw it. Let's give it a whirl.
Yeah.
So that worked out quite nicely. It just worked. So I was like, okay, fine, I can live with that. And I just kept climbing. I had final boss to get to platinum, but then yeah, just died to Heimerdinger going off. It's really irritating. Really, because Heimerdinger's probably one of the better decks at the minute.
Yeah.
And this is why this card is no longer any good.
Not that one. I don't like Fiora. She scares me.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
What's barrier fun?
It's a divine shield,
Well, yeah.
but it doesn't tank trample damage. Trample damage, it still dies.
Hmm.
So if you only have one health, and the barrier would stop you creature getting damage, but the rest of the damage would still go through to the life. So it's not ideal. Yep, yep, that's annoying.
I need something to block with.
Yeah, 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 I see that. I see that.
That's fun. Ooh.
Just sort of sequentially, you probably should have really waited to use that
Why?
because it's a deterrent. You've still got
Mana.
you got 3 mana open, and also if you choose to block and I play some funny buggers, then you just sack it. So, for example, if you'd have waited, Fiora doesn't kill the 4/4. You get to draw 2 cards, and I don't live off.
Mm. What? Yeah, but you'd have still probably attacked. I can't see you wouldn't.
Yeah, I've attacked, but if you block and then sack the creature, the attack doesn't go through.
Yeah, but I specifically wanted to kill the one that don't need to play that. Kill the one that was going to revive.
Yeah, yeah, but your big problem is killing Fiora.
Yeah, I did sort of have a plan for it, but I don't quite know what I worked out wrong. But this did not go to plan, and I can't deal with everything else plus that now, so I
This is
lose.
this is this is the sort of reason the deck struggles a little bit because it spends the first 3 to 4 turns basically putting down these creatures that die and do something. And then if you don't draw the card that kills and draws 2 or you revives, like I played an expedition deck, and I was telling Cairo about it. So the guy actually dropped the crocodile on me.
Yeah.
So he used the crocodile, and he killed the 1/1 that spits out the abominations straight away. So on turn 4, he's sitting with a 7/7 and 2/4/4s, and I still beat him.
I mean, that seems like what the fuck, but hey.
Yes, exactly. There's literally no reason it should have worked. Absolutely zero. That's not cool, man.
It shouldn't make too much of a difference, really.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Oh wait. So that's lethal.
Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, and I can't do anything about it either.
Well, we still had a turn left.
Yeah, come
You
forward.
went. I'll say you had to draw because before I had only had 13 on the board and you'd have blocked, so I had to put another body down.
Fair enough.
So here we go. So my vault's at 11, so I need to get one more by Tuesday to get the maximum vault.
What's
and
the
then I've got
maximum vault? 13?
12.
Oh, 12. Oh, Christ, so I was really close with this week.
Can't look. What'd you say?
I was really close this week to having a max vault then. Probably should have tried a bit harder.
That's what Expedition's for. It's really helpful. Haven't really been able to play. I really wanted to play the last couple of days, but getting Sammy's birthday set up, trying to sort this stuff out, didn't really go to plan.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not too bad.
I made her a cake. It's very tasty. Very yellow though, quite yellow.
What does that matter?
Probably should. I don't know though. Does that not concern you if the cake's yellow?
Depends what you mean by yellow, I guess.
I'll send you the photo because
Okay.
it's weird. It's weird. It's more yellow than I would like in a cake, but it was very tasty.
What did you do? Kill someone from The Simpsons?
Well, I followed the recipe exactly as it is.
Sure.
No, I can't remember what the crack with my.
Rest that summon a Dragoning if you cast 2 spells last time.
It's basically the only way this deck survives aggro.
Fair.
It's the only way. It's literally the only way they can do it.
That's annoying.
It's quite useful. It triggers a lot of things. It triggers the Guardian, the 5/5 Guardian.
Should block that after all.
That bloody crocodile.
I like that crocodile.
I know you do.
What does that do? Summon a random 5, cast follower from Dimension. Well, lovely.
So the deck in the old days. Well, that is even the best one. It can drop a 5/5 that has tough. It can drop the Guardian if a creature died, and it can drop the 4/5 Scout, which is now even buffed to a 5/5 Scout. So actually, the only reason that card's there is it spits out an epic, and also it's a challenge. But actually, the 5/5s are a lot better in this example.
Pick an enemy 2 allies, strike it.
Yeah, that'll do.
do my runescaping. Can't forget the runescaping.
Is that not an auto?
Kind of, but I've got occasionally I've got to redo my inventory and stuff.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What was that?
I'm just dying. I mean, it's fine. Okay, what the frick is that?
Not attacking. Is this working all right? Because no, it was just being glitchy, was it?
I have a few questions.
Sure.
Why did you kill your biggest creature?
Mainly because I played the wrong card.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I was aiming for. I thought I'd done a different one. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, that's fine. I just wondered if you just got a bit mental at some point during that exchange because
No, that was a mistake.
you killed a 7/5 and it spat out a 4/5.
Yeah, that was so far from intentional. It's like unreal.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to check. Okay, let's do some blocking. Otherwise, this is not going to go very well.
I mean, I would expect not. Yeah.
So Remembrance can spit out her. And also, and if a minion dies, it still triggers those effects.
Yeah.
You will be scoured from this land. I will play my part.
I think Kyra said he might be on a bit.
That's kind of cool.
Because I said to him, "You play?" And he said, "Nah, I think I'm riding dinosaurs." And I was like, "That asks more questions than it answers."
So I'm having to think.
Sorry, you got time. I mean, watch the video and come back to me, and you'll know that this is not anywhere near the levels of piss take that the guy was doing in that last match.
Yeah, but I need to decide what I'm doing pretty quick. Bugger it. I hope I've done this right.
As long as you press the block button, it's all good.
Yeah, I pressed the block button.
I mean, just as a quick one, if you were planning on killing,
Killing what? Sorry.
then it was better. If you were planning on killing a creature the whole time,
Yeah.
then it was technically better if you'd have sacked a 3/3
Why? Oh yeah,
because
sure,
you kill.
technically, yeah. Oh no, I had my reasons for that.
Sure,
Although I could have probably still gotten around that actually. To be fair, if I'd have thought about it a bit more. I mean, that's gonna die anyway, so I might as well do that. Cast that to take that.
whoa, what's going on?
Lots of things.
What are you casting? That one. So you're casting atrocity on my creature anyway.
I did not read the card that you put. Yeah, I know. I realise what I've done here. I mistook it for a different card.
So I didn't get the life gain, which is technically what you're after.
Yeah, it was. Oh, that's annoying. It's more annoying.
Oh yes, that will do.
You could be so much more.
Ah, great. Go on, do your worst.
I don't know. I'm scared.
Yeah, I would be. Is it? Yeah, it's 7 cost because you get him quite a lot in expedition, but it's it's pay. Then again, so it's that there's a 4/1 a challenge in the Sea Monsters deck, and that 4/1 is surprisingly good
Yeah.
because it shuts down so many cards just by being a 4/1. I don't understand. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know. Fuck it.
I fight for the fallen!
Oh, I don't like that. Shit.
Oh Christ, man! What the hell? Okay, yeah, fine, fine. Okay, that's not fine.
Yeah, for some reason, I was expecting it when I played one of these spells that you would have like got a chance to respond to it, but it never gave you that option. So I didn't really know how to build the chain there. What happened? Because like I played the first spell, I thought you would have got a chance to respond before I got to play another one, and then you didn't, and that kind of fucked up my entire plan.
You don't really know.
Because you should have got a chance to respond, right? Because now I definitely lose, and I wouldn't have done that if that was going to work that way.
I think you still. I think I basically still wait till consort to play that at the end. Just because of how easy it is to gain the life.
Well, I lose, so well done.
I had the spell drawing card in my hand. Couldn't play it any sooner. But a lot of the deck is dependent on drawing that the Guardian. It just keeps you alive. I can't remember what this is.
Ah, Fiora again and Vi.
Yeah. Because the burn deck got nerfed because they turned the they reduced the health of one of the creatures by one. Well, actually, two of them. Also, in your deck, there's something that I saw earlier that might be quite useful. there's a card. It's a 2/3 for 2, and it gives the creature vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
What that means is that you can deliberately make my creatures block.
Mm-hmm. Which should be good for the card that I want to die as well.
But the guy made a mistake. He chose to. He played it in such a way that I could deliberately sack my creature.
Okay.
So if you think about it, if he'd have left it in a way where my creature didn't die, he could have then attacked it. But because it died, he couldn't ram it into the creature. So the second, basically, he made his vulnerable pointless. Yeah, I should have suspected that.
Well, I kept it in my opening hand intentionally, so.
Yep, it works. Blast. That's annoying.
One girl wrecking crew.
Oh, Vi, fun.
Yeah, she's weak, and I should have got 4 health. Oh man, stampeding me right now. What the hell is this? The frick is this guy? This guy's actually quite annoying. You know, it crops up in all sorts of weird.
Weird and wonderful places was that?
Yeah. So you play him in Yasuo, and I had a guy who made him like a 13-13 or something ridiculous. I was like, well, I guess I'm dead.
Fun.
You probably should have.
Yeah, I didn't think that through. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Do-do-do-do-do.
Five cards in hand, and you're about to get the Undying back.
With me.
The game's sassing you.
Everyone's a god.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Close the distance.
Not quite what I expected, but fair enough.
It's not too bad.
What's that noise?
Soldiers, to me!
Oh, what the fuck? Where did all? What the fuck just happened there?
Read the 6/6.
Oh, fun. That's nice.
Hold the line.
Oh yeah. No, bollocks. I worked that out wrong.
Yeah, it's going to survive because of
Yeah, because of +1/+1, I forgot about it, and I'd already made the decision in my head. Shit. That's not fun.
last. That's annoying.
Yeah. It's about the only thing I can do.
That is why you react. In this game. This game is all about reacting. Although I think we're more focused on the front end and actually they'll put you on 3 life.
Yeah. It's not going well for me.
I mean, you still got a 6/6 up there. This isn't like it's friggin'.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
You're covered. Show them what we're made of.
Okay.
In Avarosa's name.
Oh man, really?
Mhm.
Find them. Catch them.
You need to be careful with this. They're not going to resurrect.
I'm okay. It's fine.
Headed in. Trouble coming at ya. Nothing stands in our way.
In the name of our land.
Oh, wow. That +1 is really painful.
Just also consider that fearsome means that you
Yeah, I know.
2-1.
I don't think I can get out of this.
I shouldn't have actually blocked the. I shouldn't have deliberately blocked the 1-1. I should actually let that go. That's a mistake.
I
'Cause it
can't
would-
win it. I can't win anyway. I don't know what you're worried about.
It's just forced a different dynamic out of it. What was in your hand?
Nothing.
I think it's what you just because you killed the cards. The Undying wouldn't have spawned at the end.
No, it would have done because I knew that one of my cards was definitely going to die in that round.
Have
You
anything to
attacked.
get. Yeah, but a part of me, you know how badly I was considering not attacking.
Yeah, but if you did past, I was just going to use my card to kill one of my cards to draw 2.
I figured.
So I
But
was
you
I was prepared for whatever you did, but you know,
Yeah.
apart from I couldn't actually win.
So I don't have. What am I looking for in this? I could build the deck you're playing right now. Actually, I found a list for it the other day.
Fun.
Um,
Just rub my deck. Why don't you?
so Butcher and the Prey, Curse Keeper, Glimpse, Hired Gun. It's a common 2/3 for 2. I would seriously consider putting that in.
I don't know what you're on about.
It's a 2-mana 2/3. Give an enemy minion vulnerable.
Alright.
No, don't do that.
What class did you say it was? Oh no, mine caught in the cold.
No, 2-mana 2/3. It's called Hired Gun.
Oh.
One of summon grant the strongest enemy vulnerable. That way you can basically just swing with your Undying or your Cursed Keeper.
And pull it in, yeah.
This-
What
this-
what color is that in?
Bilgewater.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
using Bilgewater, that's why.
There's only 6 bilge water cards in it, and that's 2 of them. The other 2 is
Yeah, but my problem is I've got the other colour in here, which is Avonrush Sentry, which I guess I don't really need, and Vehu Endure.
So the other bilge water cards are Citrus Courier, 6 mana, Plunder, Heal Allies, and your Nexus 3, then Rally.
Ah, Twisted Fate's in there.
So basically you get to attack again. And then the last bilge water cards is Sheriff Lariat Rose. When I'm summoned, grant all enemies vulnerable.
Hide Gun, when I'm summoned, grant the strongest enemy vulnerable. Is that the one you're on about?
Yeah, it's a common.
I guess it would take over the yeah, okay, I can change and whack it in.
It just works quite nicely.
I'm just going to create another space in
It just
the deck,
works quite
though,
nice.
so I'll have one extra space other than that.
Yeah.
So what's a good card in here that'd be fun to play?
I mean, like, so this the deck I've got has also got Dark Water Scourge. It's a 3 mana 5/5 lifesteal ephemeral, which is just weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm keen on that.
It's got 2 Withering Wail and 2 Grasp of the Undying in it.
What are those cards?
Is my video uploaded?
I haven't been checking, I'm not gonna lie. I can't see it. You might have to make it public, to be fair.
Say again?
You might have to make it public.
I thought I did. It still says 99% process pending. The standard definition version of it needs to finish processing before YouTube. Yeah, it's public. It's just not. It's just not finished.
Woo.
It's just it's pending. I don't know why it's pending.
I don't know. Yeah, so what were those cards you were saying?
Say again, mate.
That you said about the 2 other cards.
Yeah, there's a 6-drop. Larry Rose, something like that.
When I'm summoned, grant all enemies vulnerable.
Yeah, it's 6-drop. It's epic though. It's not quite as
Cheap.
cheap as the other one, but it does grant all of it. Then you've got Citrus Courier, which basically says once you've plundered and you've done damage, because they're not going to block you. So once you've done the damage to them, you heal yourself and then you just attack again on the rally.
I've got that. That's not so bad. I could chuck one of them in.
Yeah, I think this
Try
version's got 2 of them.
Alright.
Okay, apparently it's just one of those things that happens where it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah. I want to build that deck Kyra had at some point as well.
Which?
The big sea monstery one.
Nautilus.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's ridiculous.
What, good or just insane?
I don't know. You know, it's
Weird.
so the premise is fine. It dies to aggro.
Yep.
But then Maokai drops them to 4 cards in their deck.
Yep.
Which is great.
Which is horrendous.
And then Nautilus levels up and you put cards back in. So you can't deck out. And then you just drop creatures that are ridiculous in size. Like on paper it shouldn't lose.
Yeah.
But it does. Like my opponent killed me. My opponent put me down to 4 cards in deck. But I just killed it next turn.
Nice. sorry, my bad. Might as well.
Yep. I'll be honest, this is not a great matchup for you.
Yeah, I know. I think every match review is not a great matchup, to be fair, at the minute.
Not necessarily, but this in particular is not great for you because you spend too long setting up and not doing enough damage, whereas mine it just damages. Mine should kill you by turn 7.
Cool.
Should, it's not always that straightforward. Yep, I'll do it.
Keep running, Kay.
Lady Gaga. Oh, that's not cool.
Let's go.
Oh wow, you played a lot then. Right, I see why. Pass, yes.
They cannot hide. Down from the trees.
I say it's not a great matchup, but you're currently winning.
Success gets you noticed around here.
Right.
Oh, fresh soil.
The order rewards its faithful.
I mean, that's not fun.
No, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Wasn't going to.
They grow up so fast.
Not even going to let me block with that one. I was going to do a bit of fancy blocking, but you're not even going to let me have it. I sorted all of my comic books out as well earlier when I was on the phone to Virgin Media.
Mm-hmm.
I just whacked them all in that crate I've got in my upstairs, and it's literally it's filled this little foot.
It's filled this little what, sorry?
So yeah, that's a lot of comic books.
They
Nice.
cannot strike what they cannot see.
Just all the more for Sammy to take when she inevitably divorces me. Yay.
Feeling hopeful there, are you?
Well, because the worst part is she wouldn't even sell them; she'd just burn them.
I suppose that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, but what if it's in a plastic case? That's the worst bit.
Hmm.
What does that do?
Creates an ephemeral ephemeral copy of a card in my hand.
Either. Because Mogwai was playing this deck earlier.
Yeah.
Well, Mogwai's probably, I think he's Brazilian. He's one of the best players. he's definitely somebody who, people pay attention to. Was that supposed?
I wasn't really thinking. I shouldn't be playing RuneScape while I'm trying to do this, really. It's not helping. Shite.
I think you need to slightly just reconsider how you play Atrocity.
Yeah, well, I didn't particularly want to leave your thing alive, but it's not really helped me anyway, so it's kind of moot.
Time to make some coin.
I think Atrocity is a little bit more.
I lose anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't even know who are the Freyord champions for when I actually get my upgrade. Oh, I forget these headphones are not that comfortable after a while. Apparently not. We don't know why it's not done. Yeah, I don't know why it's not uploading it. I'm missing too many champions. Like at the minute, all I'm seeing is Misfortune decks. I'm seeing Ryan, Vladimir, Ash, and Sejuani, and I don't have them. I've got like one of each.
Yeah.
Only have three of certain things. It's a little bit annoying because I know that to get past platinum and to get to diamond, I'm gonna have to try something different. Because Lux was getting killed, absolutely creamed by aggro. It can't take aggro. You're losing 90% of the time. Really is really bad for you.
Despite meaning to be one of the best decks.
Yes, but the game has problems because if you're playing Ezreal Karma, the idea is you just get to the end phase, you start playing cards, and Ezreal duplicates everything. So every time you play a spell, you're dealing 4 damage to the enemy.
Yeah.
And that's just to the Nexus. Like, this isn't even the rest of it. And that's every time. So you can be playing 1 or 2 cost spells, Mystic Strikes that you gain from. You're just going to burn them out. So if you get to Ezreal Karma and it's turn 10, you're probably going to win just because of what it is. So you have to stop your opponent getting that far. And ways of doing it is to play sort of like Demacia and just mid-range them to death and hit them for.
Are you playing still? Or?
Second.
I've got you picking a deck. You're taking forever about it.
It says you're selecting.
No, I've selected my deck.
You have now.
I had a second ago as well.
It was saying.
It said you were.
Yeah, but it didn't say you were ready because it normally goes green.
Yeah, but like I say, I had the same issue where it was saying that you were picking a deck.
Oh, okay.
So it was obviously being funny.
Also, this deck has been nerfed as well because standalone. If you control just one creature, give it +3/+3. That's now 4 cost.
Yeah.
But then they buffed the kindly Tavern Keeper. With 3/3.
No, 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 no.
Well, he's being attacked by friggin' spiders. Like, I don't blame the guy. Yeah, people don't like spiders.
Don't know why.
Well, Sammy's aunt and uncle lived in Australia.
Fun. Everything wants to
They've
kill
seen
you in
plenty
Australia.
of the interesting ones. Yeah, everything wants to either kill you, eat you, or
Lay its eggs in you.
yeah, something like that. Actually, a lot of times they say, "Oh, be careful of the snakes and the spiders," but actually, like, there's the ants that are just as bad.
And the people.
The police, actually. So Simon was saying that he was there, and the police will just cut off a certain section of road, so you cannot get through,
Hmm.
and they will breathalyze you.
Oh, fun.
Always 2 steps ahead.
You know, it's fine because that's how they get things done.
Hmm.
If they want to breathalyze people, you know, that's fine. And I guess it just resolve a lot of drink driving issues and whatever. So you know, on paper, it's fine.
Yeah.
But part of the issue, I think he was breathalyzed. Oh, what did he say? About 20 times.
That's, you know,
Period.
that's a few.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Good.
Back where they belong.
Why didn't you play the the abomination card?
What do you mean?
Why did you create an ephemeral copy of it?
I got reasons.
And then I'm gonna choose to believe you.
Find them, catch them. Room for one more. Blood's gonna close up.
Have I missed something?
Maybe.
Oh, is that +3 permanent then?
Yeah,
It says
it's got
this
a
round on it. Or is that a different card you used?
it's a different card.
Fantastic.
It's got a very specific set of summoning criteria though.
That's nice.
One thing I noticed is the pros keep clicking on the blue eye in between the Nexus life totals.
Why? What does it do?
What the result of the battle's looking like as it currently stands.
Oh. Probably should use that.
Yeah, theoretically needs it.
Fuck's sake.
Who are you?
every time. It's one of my least favourite cards by a considerable distance.
Fun.
This little prick, this blighted caretaker, is worth far more than it seems on paper. Like, just ridiculous. Highly underrated.
Oh yeah, I could use the outcomey thing to see what would happen, can't I? Because I don't actually have to.
It's purely based on on the visual at the time, though.
Okay, so we'll try. And we'll see what happens.
They grow up so fast.
One of the things with that is, did you see when I drew a copy of my champion?
No.
So the first spell that I played is called Entreat.
Your move.
So because Fiora's already on the field, her champion replacement spell is Riposte.
Fun.
So that meant that I already had a Riposte in hand as long as Fiora survived.
Yay.
But to be fair, you baited out a 4-mana card for 1, for 2, I guess.
Yeah, but I was going to lose, let's face it, in a couple of turns when you then just killed 2 more of my creatures and then that's it.
I can't even remember what this deck is. Did you get the freebies in the store?
Don't know.
Because of the new thing they've released today, there's going to be spectator mode, there's going to be a new game mode, there's going to be something else. And because of this new nerfs, you get a free icon and a free pet thing. So if you go to the store, you can pick up the freebies.
Fair enough.
Which, if you consider that would normally cost you about £2, isn't too bad.
What's that noise?
Like for a 1-drop, this Fleet Feather Tracker is too good.
There's
Really is.
There's quite a few cards that are too good for their cost.
Yeah, basically in the entirety of the Demacia set list. Legitimately, just ridiculous. Somebody went, oh, okay, the mid game is too weird. What should we do? Well, how about we print a 4/4 for 3? How about we print but it's got tougher lifesteal as long as an ally died. Right, okay. How about you print a 4/5 scout for 5 and then buff it to a 5/5 when the new set comes out? Okay, yeah, how about that? What else they got? Garen. I think everyone, because Garen is basically like essentially the basic bitch of the set list. Garen's like mega basic bitch. Oh, you're playing Garen, are you? You must be super exciting. You must have a really good personality.
I'm not sure how that's going to work.
Oh yeah, and also if you watch, that works fine.
Yeah, it did.
If you watch the video I play as well, like my opponent should have done that,
Hmm.
but instead he decided to do that on my creature instead of one-wanting his card. It was like, what are you doing? When that video gets uploaded, you need to have a look at it because there's so many moves that he makes are just like, what are you doing? Why? Bad. Hmm. 6 cards plays 6. It's getting irritating then. I need to do some more videos at some point. Just get the videos uploaded
Fair enough.
because there's so much content that's missing. It's just a yeah. I'll let you have that.
To get here.
Shit.
The chains, they never stop.
I deal in coins and carnage.
I want to go home. Ugh.
Damn. What is this?
Particularly bad drawers.
Back to egg. Did it move?
Yeah. I think I'm going to play him. He's just wank enough that he doesn't trigger your death rolls. He's
Shoot it right out. Oh, no, 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 no.
so what's this geezer do? Abomination. Fine, I can let that through. That is why you use it.
Sound the
Yeah, it works so well.
Is my only copy of that card in this deck.
We can do this.
There could be so much more.
Ooh, interesting. I was going to kill you anyway with the card she spits out and does the trample damage to your life.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I can't build the Nautilus deck because I only have one Maokai.
Yeah, such a shame.
Because it's fun, but what I don't understand is, I'm not sure whether it's the mechanics, but I've never seen them toss a hero. I don't know whether that's not a thing. Whether toss specifically says followers or spells.
I don't know, I haven't looked at it enough. Oh, never mind.
Obliterate X non-champion cards from the bottom of your deck. So that
You'll break it up.
no, it shouldn't be.
You did for a second.
Maybe, just maybe, my video is finally uploaded to YouTube.
Not that I can see.
No. doesn't
Hi,
look
so
like
we're
it.
going to go back into another.
Are we giving up playing then?
I was just checking that card out. I can play a couple more. I should really go to bed at some point. The kids aren't sleeping.
Yeah, we'll do one more game and then we can bugger off.
Yeah. But he's must be. Right, on my plane. Last time you played this, you slaughtered it, so I'm not expecting anything special from it. Also, this is a weaker version. Oh Christ, you've changed.
Yeah, I got fed up.
Braum.
Yeah, it was basically just in place of it's basically a placeholder for Z because I've only got X amount.
Right, okay. We not got a Draven.
Might do, not sure.
I'd have probably preferred Draven unless you got a way of buffing it, but your buffs aren't permanent. The new card is I don't know if you've seen the crimsons. There's about about 4 or 5 crimsons. So there's the disciple that does damage to your opponent's nexus when you take damage and survive. Then there's the 3/3, the big geezer that takes damage and gives you one. Then there's the one that's a 5/4/4, does 1 damage to everything you have when it's summoned. And there's a few others. So a lot of people are playing this as the aggro.
Fun.
It's alright. It just I think what you find is when the meta changes, people tend to make up a lot of new decks, but what they don't tend to do is it doesn't generally go very well.
Yeah.
So it's very easy just to relate back to aggro. And because this deck has not suffered any changes, because it's not got any worse, it's easy to sort of just play it out. It plays exactly the same way. There's no changes to it, and everything it was against is weaker.
Delicious.
Looking for this?
The order rewards its faithful.
Lady Gaga.
For the Empire. The few for the many.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
Ah, here he is.
We go as one.
Even though I played this deck 100 times, that still hurt. Because I knew it was coming and it still hurts.
Good.
Coming in hot!
An apt pupil.
My life for the order.
Let's make a deal.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
Brewing up some
I don't
trouble.
really like how many
I'll
cards
do
you've got
better
there.
this time.
Yeah. Although I just cost myself a point of damage though, which in an aggro deck is friggin' massive.
Aye.
You cannot escape. It's too late for you. You cannot escape. Hold up.
1 point of damage is going to kill me, isn't it?
Do not deny me.
Oh, well, I did that the wrong way around after all.
Why?
Because I could have bounced it instead, and then I could have denied that.
Even if it bounced, I still dropped you for 3.
Does it? How?
So you bounce it, but I still discard a card to do 3 damage. I had 2 ways of doing 3 damage.
Yeah, but I could have. Couldn't I have done both, denied it and bounced it? So I could have, if I'd have bounced the one where you were going to sacrifice a card, then I could have denied the second one and lived.
Yeah. So yeah, bounce the card that's being targeted and then deny it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What time is it?
20 past 1.
Christ. Yeah, I'm going to bed.
No worries.
See what my quest